What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. My name is Chase. In today's episode, we are going to take a look at the Driftwood Heavy Hatchet. This pedal can be used in one of two different ways. The way we're going to be using it today is as a preamp. All right, so I've got this running directly into the effects return of my Victory Super Kraken. So it is using 6L6 GC power tubes. That's what we're going with. The other way you can do is as a distortion pedal into a clean channel or maybe a crunch channel, depending upon how you like your tones. And there's a lot of stuff going on with this pedal. So truck driver Sean sent me this to check out, and first and foremost, we have a vintage and a modern voice. My guess is that it's probably going to be a little more compressed versus a little more open sounding. Next up, we've got these three little knobs down here at the bottom. These are for your rumble and your sharp, which is pretty common on all of the Driftwood stuff that I've ever played. Even on my Mini Nightmare, it had that. So then you have a built-in gate, which is really cool. And one thing I want to note, and I hope a lot more people do this in the future on pedals, one thing I like about these little tiny knobs, especially when you get to the noon position, is that there's a detent, so you know exactly when you're at noon. Those little knobs can be some kind of a, hard to reach into sometimes. I would prefer stepped knobs on those little ones like that, maybe for like fixed values or whatever it is. But anyway, so yeah, they have a little detent when you hit noon, just to kind of give you that reference point, which is a little thing that I prefer. Then we have our bass, middle, and treble. It is a little dark on the overhead camera, I see. This is our volume. I'm not going to mess with it too much. This switch here is a high and low gain. It's currently in low. This is our gain knob here, and this is also a boost knob. So we have a boost switch and a bypass. So again, we're using it as a preamp pedal. We're going to go with my 2019 PRS CE. Have the factory 8515 pickups. That's going to go directly into the pedal, which goes into the power amp of my Victory Super Kraken. So let's get it cracking, shall we? There you have it. That is the Heavy Hatchet from Driftwood, and this thing friggin' rules, man. This thing is incredible. I was kind of surprised at how well it sounded. I have the Purple Nightmare preamp pedal, and that thing is by far my gold standards for the Driftwood stuff. This is just as close, and this sounds incredible. I might have to do a shootout, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot going on again. Once you get it dialed in, you can get some really good tones out of it. So the gate function, you guys hear that? I got the room mic on too. Exaggerate it a little bit. All right, so it's all the way down, so it's in the off position. I'm going to put it up to the detent in the middle. So this is at noon. And it's dead silent. You put the boost pedal on and we'll turn it off. Obviously. All right, so at noon, there's a little bit of a squeal going on at noon. We're going to crank it all the way up. So 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, maxed out, and it's dead silent. Also sounds like it's cutting it off a little bit. Yeah, anyways, back the boost off and... Sounds pretty good. Sounds really good. Anyways, man, that's the Heavy Hatchet. Sounds incredible as a preamp pedal. Again, this is going into the power amp of my Victory Super Kraken 6L6 GC tubes. This thing really freaking rips, man. So kudos to truck driver Sean for letting me borrow this. Be sure to go check him out and subscribe to both of our channels and all that fun stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next one.